Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Bitcoin Daily, 9 a.m. Central European time on the dollar. We do the show every day, Monday to Friday, because we gotta know what's happening. Everybody, welcome to Bitcoin Daily, 9 a.m. Central. We gotta know what's happening in Bitcoin, altcoins, and everything else. And guys, we got a nice, small little pump up here. But you know what is this? A pump for ants? Nah, it actually looks okay, but you know, it's still below certain levels. But you know, we take everything what we can get, right? We take anything what we can get. 2.3% up on Bitcoin right now. You know, stock market is still going towards downside. The DXY is not actually pumping about 104, which is actually kind of good for us, but you know, it might be just waiting for something else. So you know, nice spring towards downside. The question is, will this spring break towards upside? It's on small time frames like 1 hour and so forth, but you know, there is that. On the daily time frame, you know, it looks okay-ish so far, but there is still, you know, 14 hours and 15 minutes left, 15 hours left on the daily time frame. So you know, how this will play out, we gotta just wait and see. That said, you know, it's really hard to find something bullish on the charts. So you know, we take anything that we can get. We take any kind of bullish signal that we can get, and that's so far, you know, this is the only thing we're getting right now, because you know, to tell you the truth, it does look very, very bearish. And let's go up here and go to YouTube. Ivan on tech. I just saw the title of the video right now, and as you know, I like Ivan on tech, but his newest video is, am I the only one bullish? Yeah, but recently this is horrible. I'm shaking, I'm concerned, I'm fully crazy, you know, but right now he's, you know, still bullish. He's still keeping the optimism up. That said, are we bullish, guys? Are we bullish? Are we bearish? We're gonna see that. I gotta tell you the truth. I am you know, feeling like selling again, and every time I feel like selling, you know, it sees you know, some kind of bottom. So you know, that might be a good sign. You know, when the fear kicks in, to me, you know, it might be a good sign. How's everybody doing in the chat? Also, sorry about, you know, not doing the daily yesterday. I woke up very early, then I had to go to the work, do you know, meet with the electrician, and then he was using like, you know, 5 hours over there. So you know, that took time, and then after that I had to, you know, watch the kids. You know, we missed the daily yesterday, but we are back on the schedule right now. We got a daily going on, still on summertime. Who is in the chat? How you guys doing? How you guys doing? Sola Claudio, hey guys, what's up? Crypto Russ, good morning. John Barker, is there something to know? There is always something to know. There is always something to know. Dobro jutro, tired legs, how you doing, man? Anne-Marie, morning Anne-Marie, I don't give us hopium, football dream. Yeah, we need hopium. I don't have hopium, but you know, on small time frames it might come hopium eventually, but you know, it looks like it's breaking down. Like, so we're gonna see that. We're gonna see that. Wish I took profits on my short yesterday. You had a short, nice. What's up? That's what I do, man. Long time no see. Yeah, I mean, you know, it has been going down for a while. It has been going down for a while. Good morning, Edward. How you doing? I wish for a Santa rally. Everybody wish for a Santa rally. I think right now everybody wants to just, you know, just please, for the love of God, just pump. But it's not pumping. It's not pumping, guys. It's not pumping. 1.03 is the support for the DXY. Afraid to long the market here. Yeah, everybody's afraid to long the market here. It looks bad, but you know, when everybody thinks it's gonna go down, it just might, you know, have a nice pump, some rally. So you know, there is that. We're gonna check that out. We're gonna look at the DXY definitely. Evening, Joe Barker. How you doing, man? Bob Sheep, same. Should have taken profits on yesterday's short. Yeah, a lot of people didn't take you know, profits, and you know, it went down. It went up a little bit. The new moon will dump everything hard. When is the new moon? I have not you know, been following the moons lately, so you know, next new moon is on the we got a schedule list up here, not this one, up here. We got a schedule list up here, got it. This is 2022, I hope. No, this is 2023. We gotta go to 2022, and on 2022 we gotta go all the way down to the November, December. We are at the end of the year right now. Where is it? Full moon was December the 8th, and the next new moon is December the 23rd. The new moon will be located on the same side of the earth as the sun, and will not be visible in the night sky. So there will, you know, we will have a new moon, but it will be at opposite side, so you won't be seeing the new moon. So that might be good, you know. That might be good. I don't know, you know, any kind of eclipse, either the moon eclipse or, you know, solar eclipse or something like that, you know, well, any kind of Earth eclipse on the moon, you know, this is technically Earth eclipse on the moon when when the moon is totally eclipsed by the sun, by the Earth. So you know, December 23rd. That's in 3 days. 3 days. So you know, we're gonna see that. You know, Christmas miracle. Maybe there will be Christmas miracle on the 23rd starting, and we pump and not dump. So you know, there is that. 23rd. It's only like over here. So you can see down here that we got 10, 20, and 50 moving average coming down towards us. So there is that. Don't pay attention to the Ivan guy. No. You gotta pay attention to the Ivan guy. There are a couple of, like. Ivan is a little bit bullish, for example, but I also follow, for example, Richard Hard, and I like what he has to say, and he thinks, you know, 10K is, you know, inevitable. 10K is coming no matter what, 84% down. So, you know, there is that. So, you know, some people are bullish, some people are bearish. Some people believe very strongly in 10K. Some people believe, you know, this is the bottom very strongly. So there is that. If there was any kind of, you know, universal truth to, you know, this kind of stuffs, and if you maybe are some kind of elite living in Dubai, know some important people, you might maybe know where the actual bottom is. But you know, for all of us mortals out here, we don't know. So we are taking guesses. We are taking calculated guesses. You know, probabilities towards upside, downside. Where will it be? And whoever is right at the end of the day gets the bragging rights. So there is that. You get it right, you get a bragging rights. So forth, so nice. Our date, we still know the date down here, 21st, 22nd November. We know the date is still standing as the very bottom of the Bitcoin, and we have still not broken that. It's around 15.4K. So the question is, are we gonna know the date in the future? Will we be having, you know, bragging rights in the next bull market? I don't know. We're gonna see that. DXY down, crypto up. Hopefully. Ben, good morning. What's up? I expect 73, 75 by Christmas, then big crash in early January. Yeah, I mean, the stock market did a rally, you know, so it needs to pull back, but you know, there is hope, you mean, even on the stock market. I'm going to show you that. It's a super new moon or something. I don't think it's a super new moon. This is not super new moon. It's just a new moon. It's just new moon. You can definitely search for moon sizes by date, super, micro, something like that. I got super moons and mini moons throughout 2026 over here. Let's go. This is date 22, July 22. So apparent lunar size 5 degrees above the horizontal moons. There are some special dates up here. We can definitely, these are mini moons and micro moons. Micro moons above 5%, super moons above 5% when they are bigger. Up here, 24, 23, 22. The 7th, 13, you know, we had these, you know, super moons up here. You know what happened on the 7th, right? You know what happened on the 7th, right? And over here, the next is in August 30th, September 30th, 2023. So we might get some kind of, you know, top up here. So that, you know, it's gonna be nice to see. And so these super moons up here, but you also got these micro moons on the bottom side down here. This is in between. This is 22. So this is right now, yeah, mini moons. So we are at right now at mini moons over here at the bottom side, I think somewhere. 22, 23, something somewhere down here. Apparent lunar size 5 degrees above horizon and moonrise. No eclipse, partial. This is actually a nice chart. You know, we don't have to do the calculations. Somebody did the calculations for us. Total USA, total non-USA, partial, no eclipse. So these micro moons. This is 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. 25, 21, 22. So right now, this is a mini moon. It's not a micro moon, it's mini moon. And we got a partial USA, you know, but it's moon. It's a moon, what are you gonna call it? It's a moon eclipse. It's a earth eclipse on the moon. Something like that. Good morning, Bitcoin 76 and hold till the new moon. Andre Silva, how you doing, man? 9 or 10 YouTube videos are now about how we're going sub 10K. That's why I didn't close my short, I guess. Yeah, a lot of people forgot to close the shorts. Super new moon gonna be done big time. There's some fun about Dutch platform Bitvavo being in trouble. What comes next, right? Now, Bitvavo is a small one. I mean, FTX was a huge exchange. I haven't. This is the first time I hear about Bitvavo. So if I don't hear about something, then it probably doesn't matter. Bitvavo has problems with Gemini liquidity from the GDC group. Yeah, it might be there. So there is that. There we go, we went through the chat. So right now it's time to look at Bitcoin, what's happening up here. And as we just said, like this pump up here was very nice. Unfortunately, we did not break very important levels. If you look at a 4-hourly time frame, it is very nice pump. It is very nice pump. If you look at a 4-hourly time frame up here, especially this candle up here, bullish engulfing candle above 10-20 moving average, continue up to the 200 moving average. On the 4-hourly time frame, it does look nice, but we are not above certain, the level that we need to break. Now, which level is that? And that's the line up here, guys. That's the line up here, give or take up here. Something like this maybe. It's going something like this, give or take. This is the line that we need to break, and as you can see right now, we did pump big time, but we came up to the resistance, some kind of resistance, give or take. And right now we're trying to break that resistance, right? So you can imagine this as some kind of expanding channel where we broke towards upside and went back down to the support level, right? So what's happening up here? We try to why is not showing? We try to break up right now, right back down. If we fail to break down again, this might actually bounce over here and then again break towards upside. But the fact that we try to go down and right back inside, this actually looks a little bit bullish. So on the small time frames, we got some kind of bullish momentum going on. We are also above 10-20 moving average on the 4-hourly time frame. Very nice bullish engulfing candle above 10-20 moving average immediately, which is very good. Right now consolidating up here at above the 10-20 moving average, but below the resistance. So the question is if you're gonna break this towards upside. This is also rising trend line towards upside. You break this, we become super bullish, guys. Your shorts are gonna suffer if we break this towards upside. And if we break this towards upside, I definitely can see 17k plus over here. If we break the resistance over here, this might actually be very bullish. So we are not bullish just yet, but we are very close to being very bullish. Not very bullish, but short-term bullish, because this is 1-hourly, 4-hourly time frame. But as you see here, even on 1-hourly time frame, I mean, we are climbing towards upside. The 200 moving average, it's all the way up here on 1-hourly at 17.1 or something like that. So we did a nice move up here. So right now we need not to fall back down here again, right? If we do fall back below the support over here, then we can say we are going further towards downside. But this was some kind of push towards downside over here, spring towards upside over here. Right now we still need to break this towards upside. We do break this, we're gonna become short-term bullish, very bullish towards the upside. So 4-hourly time frame indeed playing out nicely. 200 moving average right now, holding as a resistance a little bit up here, 17.1 give or take. There is some kind of resistance over here at the top. You can see 200 moving average at 17.1. Let's see the daily time frame. What we got? 17.1 up here. This is actually 70.08 or something like that up here. These levels over here. So there is a lot of resistance up here at 70.1 give or take that we need to break. But the very first thing that we need to break right now is this level over here, 16.8, 16.9 give or take. That's the thing that we need to break. That's the thing that we need to break. Also on the daily time frame, 15 hours left. This looks like a bullish engulfing candle. Best case scenario, we break everything down here towards upside. Might give us a little bit hoping, but we still got these these resistances just above us that we need to break. And then you got a 10-20 moving average on the daily time frame up here as well with this line. And when you look at it like this, there is a whole bunch of resistance on the way up right now. So until we are above 70, I would say above, maybe even up here, all the way up here. We got this one as well. So this is around 17.2, but until we are above all of this mass up here, all of this resistance over here, be a little bit cautious, because it can definitely turn towards the downside. Beside the small time frames over here, we knew that there was a very nice trend line over here that we broke towards downside. Now now there was a couple of interesting levels up here on downside. Looks like we are bouncing off of this this bottom over here. right now, and this is like the best case scenario right now for us, right? Just bouncing over here, continuing towards the upside, but we can still go all the way down to the bottom 15.7, and that will still be okay. But if you break on downside, that's actually quite bad. So if we on this you know, small time frames, if you on the small time frames go back below the line down here, I'm thinking there is definitely a probability to go all the way down to, you know, 15.7, 15.8, give or take. But right now we are not it. Right now we are looking for this, you know, trend line over here that we want to break towards the upside, because the bullishness kicked in a little bit yesterday. You can see altcoins are actually doing 3, 4, 5%, but unfortunately altcoins did like 6, 7, 8% down in red yesterday. So, you know, this is some kind of, you know, that cat bounce, you know, unless it actually plays out. So on the daily time frame over here, this looks nice if it can hold for the next 14-15 hours, maybe even bounce up here all the way up to 17 point something, 10-20 moving average up here. But on the daily time frame, like on the small time frames, we look a little bit bullish, but on the bigger time frames, I mean, we still need to break certain levels up here, over here, to become, you know, more bullish than, you know, short term. But right now, short term, we are expecting, we are hoping for some kind of break of that rising trend line on the 1 hourly, 4 hourly time frame. If that happens, you know, we might see how this reacts to these levels up here. We are definitely below the support, though. We're definitely below support. There was also this line up here somewhere. Where was the line? I drew something like this, I think. Over here, you can see up here, it might, you know, be some kind of a support line over here on the bottom side. It is very nice. Unfortunately, this looks like a bear flag, though. This looks like a bear flag. You can draw something like this over here, and you know, if this is a bear flag over here, we might be looking for some kind of, you know, big move towards downside, right? That's like something like 12-13k or something like that. So you can see these moving averages right now. If you look at it as a channel, you'll see that the moving averages, 10, 20, and 50 moving averages right now, you know, curving towards us over here, towards the downside. So it is a matter of, you know, life and death. You know, you break this towards downside, you kind of looking for bigger levels. And on the short term, 1 hourly, 4 hourly, this will be decided if we fail this move towards the upside. So if this move fails towards the upside, if this move fails to break this trend line over here, let me draw it a little bit better. If this move fails this, you know, if this move fails to break the resistance and goes back down below the support over here, whatever it was, something like this over here, if it goes back down to below the support over here and then goes back below these levels, we are definitely looking at some kind of lower levels on the downside. And if that happens, of course, we are outside of this, you know, channel over here, and if you are outside of the channel, you're looking, you know, double the channel at least towards downside, something like this. But you know, worst case scenario is the bear flag over here all the way down to 12k. Now the good thing about this bear flag is that this consolidation phase is a lot longer than this move towards downside. Let me see this on a little bit bigger time frames up here. Let's go to the daily time frame up here. Yeah, so this bear flag, it does look like this bear flag is a lot, you know, bigger. Usually these bear flags go something like this over here, you know. Wait. Something like this, you know, you got a bear flag and a continuation, but you know, when you have this big of a bear flag, it doesn't have to mean that, you know, you're gonna go all the way down to that. So, you know, it could be a bear flag, but it's kind of sketchy. You know, when people are drawing for example, head and shoulders pattern, and usually head and shoulders pattern is something like this, right, and it goes down, right? That's a head and shoulders pattern. But you know, people will see something like this up here, you know, and they will say like, oh man, that's a, you know, that's a head and shoulder, you know, it's a weird head and shoulders pattern, the same way this is a weird, you know, bear flag, weird bear flag. So will it be bear flag or not? I don't know. Short term, you know, this is hoping right now. This is hoping because it is nice pump. It is very nice pump, but we still need to get above this line. We still need to get above this line. And if you can get above this line, you know, we're gonna start celebrating. And until that, you know, we're gonna look at, you know, how far down we can actually get. It's also promise, but there is a ton of small platforms making a bigger hole, right? Small Bitcoin pump happening because DXY, but DXY is just a falling wedge going up soon. Yeah, that's what we are thinking as well. Sorry, late to the party. Drinks on me next time. Nice, Chibanan. How you doing, man? Okay, let's look at DXY right now. And DXY up here, we are still expecting DXY to go towards the upside. It has this, you know, it's failing to get above this, you know, whatever this is up here, some kind of resistance. It went several times, and right now it's moving towards the downside again. It does look a little bit weak, but it is this, you know, falling you can even call it falling wedge or something like this over here, that it can definitely pump towards upside, at least you know, up until the resistance up here. But if it does break the channel towards upside, you know, it might pump big time. So we are still expecting this to pump. Best case scenario, it does not pump. It is so bearish that it actually breaks the support down here towards downside. If it does do that, you know, we might see some kind of rally on Bitcoin and the stock market. When it comes to the stock market up here, we'll see that, you know, we had you know, expanding you know, musical instrument down here. We went down down here. Support is a little bit more down here, but it is already breaking certain levels. This might also be some kind of rising wedge up here that broke on downside right now, and you know, there is still a very good probability for a move towards the upside. Let me explain to you something about what I've noticed when it comes to expanding wedges. And you know, towards upside and downside. You know, these things goes up down, but once they hit the downside, they don't go straight, you know, out again. They usually go towards the top, then they try to go down again, retest the previous lows, maybe even sometimes a little bit higher up here, create some kind of, you know, move towards upside, something like this, and then break towards upside or break towards downside, right? So they don't go top to bottom and then break out. They go down to the bottom towards the top, move back, and then this move back, you know, depends where how far it goes. Sometimes it goes all the way down to the bottom, where it, you know, creates this, you know, whatever kind of shape this is, something like this, and then, you know, breaks up or breaks down. But sometimes, you know, it goes all the way up, goes a little bit down, then, you know, consolidates below the line, and then breaks towards the upside or towards the downside, depends, you know, whether it manages to do that, because we never know whether something is gonna go you know, break the resistance or break the support. But once it does that, we assume bullishness and we assume bearishness depending on where it goes, right? But so this pattern over here, this expanding musical instrument down here, has still very nice, you know, probability to break towards the upside. So the fact that DXY is not pumping, it kind of gives, you know, a little bit hopium. It kind of gives a little bit hopium, but it is kind of being pushed up here. This looks like, you know, big move towards downside with some kind of exhaustion pattern that's actually gonna break towards upside. So we might have some kind of dump. Will the dump happen? I don't know, guys. I don't know. If I knew, I knew. But you know, breaking this towards downside will be you know, devastating for DXY. Let's go a little bit, look at a little bit, you know, bigger time frames. You'll see, you know, on the weekly time frame, we are below the 50 moving average right over here right now, pushing it down, but we are, you know, still holding the 50 moving. So can we pump all the way up here to the 10-20 moving average and then get rejected? Definitely. So if we you know, break this towards upside, you know, we just might, you know, hit these moving averages and then continue back on downside and then fall. You know, how this is gonna play out long term, you know, it's hard to say. Monthly moving average, you can see here last month we came back to the 10 moving average. Right now we're closing below, 10 days left. If we do close below 10 moving average, that might be nice, but you know, we might just get a big move towards upside up here to get some kind of maybe divergence on the RSI. This is a imagine there is RSI down here. There's RSI, we might get some kind of divergence and then towards downside. You know, how it's gonna play out, it's really hard to say. I don't see any kind of pattern up here. This might be, you know, extend, smack, hug, dump pattern over here being created. You know, that's gonna last for a year or something like that. There's a lot of months left. You know, so we are looking at this on these, you know, small time frames up here. You know, trying to figure out what's gonna happen. Right now, this looks to me like exhaustion pattern towards the downside, but you know, this exhaustion pattern can actually break down. And when it comes to, you know, DXY is you know, it's just dollar index versus other currencies. So how this is actually gonna play out, I don't know. It's not like it's some kind of company that got profits and losses, you know, that got, you know, accounting and stuff like that. You know, it's just a price that goes up and down based on some other, you know, stuff. A lot of alts have bullish divergence on the 4-hourly. Yeah, that might be it. I'm seeing a lot of altcoins right now, you know, doing the nice moves towards upside. So maybe there is, yeah, over here you can see bullish divergence on the 4-hourly, which is very nice. Chile is big time towards downside, but it's right now hitting very low levels. But there is no divergence. But this has been bleeding ever since, you know, the World Cup. So the Chile's has been pumping on the World Cup big time. Came up to the top, and right now it's you know, failing big time towards downside. But there are definitely, you know, divergences on the 4-hourly up here. There's also divergences up here on the 4-hourly. So there's a lot of altcoins that have divergence on the 4-hourly. But you know, altcoins did dump a lot yesterday over here. So this divergence might be some kind of hopium, you know, getting, you know, some kind of resistance up here and getting rejected. But it also might be some kind of, you know, double bottom short term where we bounce, but you know, we are not up, you know, bigger time frames, we are not above certain levels that we need to be above. So you know, we still need to pump. We still need to pump. So you know, you know, when it comes to Bitcoin, it's a nice move towards the upside, but it's not over just yet. It's not over just yet. So we came to this resistance. It looks good. It is nice, but as you see, we are still waiting. We're still waiting. Was there anything else? Ethereum up here. Ethereum did break the resistance up here. Look at Ethereum go, man. Look at Ethereum go. Look at Ethereum go. Ethereum doesn't care. Ethereum doesn't care. Ethereum did a nice bullish move up here above the resistance. Ethereum actually is doing nice. Let's go to the daily time frame. Some kind of double bottom. There is no divergence, but you know, there is a lot of resistance right above us up here. So it might be some kind of, you know, some kind of double bottom up here where we go to the resistance and then, you know, get down again. But you know, breaking these major levels up here, this is the important stuff. You know, this is on Ethereum, but you know, even on Bitcoin up here, let's go to this chart up here. Breaking these important levels up here, that's where the magic happens. That's where we become bullish. That's where we, you know, that's where stuff happens. All of these, you know, 2% moves below the resistance that don't matter. Like, it's still like nice pump towards the resistance. Like, it doesn't matter, right? You need to break the resistance to actually be, you know, change the momentum, change the sentiment, right? Do we have any kind of bullish divergence or anything like that? No, this looks like momentum is going towards downside while we're going towards downside. The weekly MACD is still going towards upside. I mean, it's been going towards upside for a long time up here. You know, and the momentum has been climbing towards downside over here. So I'm a little bit, I mean, we are down, you know, on the weekly at 33, you know. Do we need to go back down here in July levels 22? I don't know, man, I don't know. And also there is no divergence on the RSI, so you know, it is ready for a pump or dump. Let's check out one more thing up here. On the BNB, you'll see right now that bullish bands after this move towards downside right now are again going towards downside, again consolidating. Let's see monthly up here. Monthly is right now, you know, turning around. So we might, you know, push up here, you know, and get this move towards downside over here. When it comes, you know, we are just looking at consolidations up here, but weekly right now, let's look at a daily. Are we squeezed? Oh, we are squeezed. Oh, we are squeezed. The move will happen soon, guys. The big move will happen either towards downside or upside. So you know, this move right now that started going towards downside, it looks like it's failing a little bit, might be what we need right now. I mean, it might be, you know, something like this and then go towards upside where we increase the volatility just so like over here and get this move down to 12k. That can definitely happen. We are below 20 moving average right now, but you can see that when you get these kind of, you know, moves, on the chart, when you get these kind of squeezes, you know, eventually some kind of big move will happen. Hopefully it is in our direction, but you know, we're gonna see. I'm still keeping the hopium a little bit up because the DXY is still not broken towards upside. The stock market, as I just showed you, the expanding musical instrument can break towards upside, and it is doing what is actually supposed to be doing, hitting, you know, going down to the bottom of support, hitting the resistance, bouncing a little bit back, and hopium is that it is gonna, you know, hold support and bounce above it again. So it might be getting ready, it might be getting ready, although the volatility is dead. So it is time to move. Now, how long the volatility is gonna stay dead until we actually move? The 4-hourly also looks at the bottom again. You can see here every time, you know, we came to some kind of bottom, we did get some kind of moves up here. This was actually not cool, you know. Not kind of, you know, but every time we came down this bottom, you know, we got some kind of rally, down the bottom we got some kind of dump over here. At the end of this up here we got, so right now we're coming down to these low levels up here again, very close to those low levels again. But I mean, it is nice pump, so hoping right now this is gonna continue. We're gonna, you know, do the you know, shebang towards upside. We need to break this level up here, give or take. There we go. This is the line that I'm watching. If you're gonna be bullish, you know, small time frames, this line I'm watching, I'm hoping that it's gonna break it towards the upside, because you know it does increase bearishness on the small time frames, which might indicate it does increase bullishness on the small time frames, which might indicate bullishness on the bigger time frames. Then we gotta go above, you know, 17.2, 17.3 or something like that to be you know, mega bullish over here. But the fact that we had this spring towards downside right now, the spring needs to hold, we need to bounce, and there's that. Guys, thank you for joining. 58 people watching, 160 people have been here. Do you see the barred pattern up here? I mean, it could be barred pattern up here. I mean, you know. But this is not 2017 where we had, you know, when we had these kind of bar patterns. I mean, these were, you know, beautiful. But these bar patterns are very characteristic of 2017, because we had BitMEX, we had a lot lower liquidity on the exchanges, and the manipulation was like, you could see it on the charts, right down, right back up again, just because reasons, like it was so easy to manipulate the charts. Okay guys, that's it what I have for you today. Come back tomorrow at 9 AM Central P time on the dollar. We're gonna do the show again. Hopefully this broke towards upside. It looks like a little bit like it wants to break up here. It looks like it wants to break, guys. It starts breaking towards upside, maybe just, you know, bullishness kicks in short term. Mladen is back in the chat. You came late, but it's fine. You can go watch Ivan Tech's video. He's bullish. He's bullish. Hope you close your short, man. Hope you close your short. That's it, guys. Thanks for stopping by. I'll see you in the chat or somewhere else. Tomorrow, definitely 9 AM on the dollar. Okay? Bye-bye.